My name is James Halliburton, and I am a single father. I'm a father of a 9-year-old daughter, Sylvia, and an 8-year-old son, Eric. My daily routine starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. My alarm goes off, I get up, get myself together, and I wake my daughter up at 6:30. We leave the house at 7 to take her to school. Then I go get me some breakfast and go to work. My first job, I am an assistant manager at an apartment complex for people who are elderly, disabled, and handicapped. The second job I have, I'm a barber. In between that time, I have classes full-time at Park University. My daughter, when she gets home, I help her with her homework. I have to cook for her. My son, he has football practice Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. His games are on Saturday, so I have to rearrange my schedule to make sure that he's at his game, and then I go to work after that. Fridays, I'm at the shop all day. Thursdays, I do everything. I have job number 1, job number 2, an online class that I have to have assignments in for, football practice at 6, home by 8, dinner ready, baths, then bed by 9. It's hard because when you don't have anybody else there. Both of my parents are deceased. My mother passed away when I was 8 from breast cancer. My father was a diabetic who passed away in 2001. Before he even met his grandkids. My grandfather passed away a month before my father did, I took care of my grandfather, and he passed away a month before my father did. So I have a brother who lives in San Antonio, Lieutenant Colonel, who was a role model to me, who made sure that I stayed on the right path and didn't stray too far. He made a promise to my mother that he would make sure that we were safe. And he's done that. I have a younger brother who's graduated from Howard University, who's a school teacher in the DC school district, and they both kind of keep me going. It's more of, we have a sort of like a competitive vibe. It's not a competition of who can be the best, it's how far we can push each other. Both of them have their master's degrees. I started as a barber when I was 20 years old, and I've been doing that ever since. I went back to school to show my kids that there are no excuses. You can do anything that you set your mind to. I work 2 jobs, I have 2 kids that I'm responsible for, and I go to school. There are no excuses. You don't have to quit school because you can't go, you have to work. I need to be a role model to my own children to ensure them that they can do the best that they can. My father had 3 sons, 12, 8, and 4. And he took us and he raised us. So that was the role model that I had when raising my own children. I worked at Juvenile Detention Center here in Jackson County. I was there for 2 years. But when I was working there, I was working from 11 to 7 at night. I would come out, get off, go to the apartment building at 9 in the morning, work part-time there, get off at 12, then go to the barber shop at 1 and get off at 6 and have 4 hours of sleep before it was time for me to go to the next job. While doing that, I was with my daughter's mother. We were together, and there was 5 other kids. There were 6 kids in all, including my son. So once we broke up, I continued to work, and I moved out, but my daughter started struggling. her mom had all these other responsibilities and she couldn't just focus her attention on my daughter. So I ended up quitting the juvenile detention center and getting custody of she gave me custody of my daughter so that I could raise her and make sure that she had her homework done, her baths taken at night, and just make sure she had the best chance she could get. My daughter's mother was never on drugs or anything like that. She tries to be a good mother. She just had too much responsibility. And as a man, it's my responsibility to take care of my responsibilities. So that's why my daughter lives with me. But while working at the juvenile detention center, another reason that drove me to go back to school was that I would see the kids on a revolving door. They would keep coming back continuously, and nobody could fix it. Nobody could explain to them how things are. My mantra, if you will, is that it's not necessary to take the child out of the community to make his chances better. If you change the whole community, all the children have a better chance. So that's where I went back to school to get my degree, and my plan is to go back to the juvenile court in administration to try to stop the revolving door and show these kids that there are other outlets instead of crime and drugs in that situations. Nobody wants their children to be hurt. So that's kind of where I stand.
Hi, I'm Felicia Burton. I'm a single mom of a 7-year-old little girl, Rhea Havens. She goes to Crossroads Academy, and our daily routine is we get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, we get ourselves together and get out the house no later than 6. I get her to school by 7 and I'm at school by 9. Our evening routine, I pick her up around 5 o'clock at night and we're home by 6:30, and we do our homework together, and we most of the time try to cook dinner together. Sometimes it's not feasible. Then it's shower and bed, and by 8 o'clock. So our biggest obstacle during the school week is not getting to spend enough time together. It's so rushed and so crazy that by time we get everything done that we need to get done, there is no time during the week. So the weekends is really our time together. Daily routine when I'm not at school consists of a lot of housework and spending time with Rhea, because during the week we don't get that time together. We just are in such a hurry and such a rush all the time. So it's a lot of laundry, picking up bedrooms, taking care of dogs. It's just everything that you would usually normally do every day. I have to switch, I have to get into 2 days. What my main goal is out of all this is to get my degree in criminal justice and go to law school and make a better life for me and my daughter, and to be comfortable and not just get by. And with any kind of help or push towards that goal is a blessing and a gift. And I would be grateful for anything that could help me better myself and better my daughter's future.